Hello, welcome everyone to the Near Family YMCA. I'm so happy to be with you in your living space. We wish you were here with us, and we will be back together soon. But I'm Tricia Miller, and I am teaching Qigong on Sundays at 3:30. Once we're all back open and everything's back together. But for now, we're offering free classes, free live classes, and some pre-recorded. And the beauty is everyone can watch them. So anyway, welcome. I miss seeing you, all of those of you who are regulars in my Qigong class. I miss you all, and I send you much love, and be safe, be well, and we'll see each other together again very soon. So, thank you. So, Qigong, what is Qigong? Everybody always asks me that question, and how do you spell it? You spell it Qigong, and what it means is, the interpretation is cultivation of universal life force energy. Sounds like a lot, right? And the beauty of Qigong is that it is a lot, but it's very simple simultaneously. It's the beauty of the yin and the yang, yin and yang, that it's based upon. Qigong is the origin of traditional Chinese medicine. It is the origin of all martial art. And some even say it's the origin of yoga. So you'll see a lot of similarities between yoga and Qigong. And because I've been teaching yoga for 40-some years, it's impossible for me to teach a class without slipping a little yoga in there. But thank you for being with me today. We're going to start with our feet hip distance apart. And I'm going to just instruct you a little bit about traditional Chinese medicine along the way. As you can see, one of the things I love about Qigong is that you don't need equipment. You don't need shoes, although you can practice in shoes if that's more comfortable. So at home, maybe take this outside and practice barefoot in the grass. That's like the ultimate way to practice Qigong, because we actually receive energy from the earth. And that's what Qigong is. It's a grounding practice. It's to ground our energy and to also build the Qi. What is Qi? Qi is electromagnetic frequency. We're all electrical beings. We're not solid, although we appear solid, but it's electromagnetic frequency that travels throughout our physical bodies along these very specific meridian pathways. Is traditional Chinese medicine. And the beauty of Qigong is it's a self-healing technique. So we learn how to heal ourselves first, and then we can also heal others. The other beauty of Qigong is that you can send that healing vibration, that healing energy outward to others who are in distress. So on this day here today, I'm going to send and dedicate this practice to our planet and to all of the suffering and dis-ease and that's happening around the globe right now, and sending love and light to those who are helping. They need extra energy right now, so maybe when we get to our meditative practice, we can send the energy outward. So we will start with our palms at our lower belly. The lower belly is called the Dantian, and it's also referred to as the Sea of Qi. It's where energy begins in the body. So you want to start with your knees bent, nice soft bent knee, and the feet really pressing downward into the earth. You want to imagine with your mind's eye that you're pressing your feet downward, and at the same time you're drawing that electromagnetic frequency from the earth upward into your legs and then into your lower belly, and then it travels upward throughout all of our internal organs. It travels down the arms and out through the fingertips. It travels practice. And with your palms in your lower belly, you can close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And we're just imagining that we're just tapping in to start with right here, right now. Just tapping into our bodies. How are you feeling? Physically, mentally, emotionally. There's a lot of stuff stirring in our country and in our world right now. So we're all being impacted and we're all in this together. So let's make the most of it and let's learn how we can build our immune system and strengthen our lungs and strengthen our kidneys, which is the kidney qi, which also relates directly to the adrenal gland. So we start with our lower belly, the dantian, and we draw and imagine that energy moving inward and upward. And just follow your breath, just observe the breath. From here we move the palms to the mid-belly, solar plexus. This is also the meeting place for the spleen, stomach, liver, and gallbladder. Feel your breath expand and feel your ribs expand. And then we bring our palms to our heart center, heart and lungs. Most of Qigong is practiced standing, but this particular series, lower, middle, upper, I practice at night before I go to sleep. That's a very powerful practice before you go to sleep at night. So right here, we're stimulating the thymus gland, which rests behind the sternum in front of the heart, sometimes referred to as the gland of immortality. So if you want to live forever, you really want to stimulate that thymus gland. So maybe you just tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Tapping is a thing that we do to stimulate the meridians. You can start by tapping down the arm to your hand, tapping up and down. There's no right way. Just create little cups with your hand. Stimulates those meridian pathways. Stimulates the lung meridian begins right here. So and I love to get into the spleen and the stomach and lower intestines. You can take that all the way down the body, tapping down the legs, stimulating those meridians, both the yin and the yang meridians simultaneously. And then stop and just observe. How do you feel? I'm going to start to witness the breath. Feel your feet anchored to the earth. On the next breath, on the inhale, we're just going to let the arms glide up, like the fingertips are reaching downward towards the earth, and then exhale. Palms outward. Inhale up. Observe the softening of the elbows. The wrists come to about shoulder height, no higher. And then pause and just imagine that your palms, you're pressing your palms down towards the earth, but there's a resistance, there's a pressing back. So you're pressing down, just trying to keep that energy downward. And then we're going to turn our palms to face our outer thighs, and it's as if we have magnets attached to our thighs, but there's a repulsion. So we're being drawn, our palms are being drawn towards our thighs and opening outward. This is opening up a very powerful meridian that begins under the armpit and travels down to the middle finger. Very powerful meridian. It's the pericardium meridian that protects our heart. Good. And then on your next breath, we're just going to let those arms glide up again and glide down. So I want you to feel the softness of the Qigong practice. Back to Dantian. Separating the feet a little wider. This is called horse stance. And this is meditation stance. Remember, when you're practicing at home, we're all at different levels, so your stance may be here. Maybe this is too far apart for you. So listen to your body, most important thing. And you want to be aware of not collapsing. When you're standing in horse stance, be aware of not collapsing into your inner arch, because that's going to create some knee pain later down the road. So you want to have your feet, as we say in yoga, you want your feet, the four corners of the feet, to be rooted to the earth. And there's a very specific acupuncture point. There's only one true acupuncture point on the bottom of the feet, and it's the kidney meridian. So we're tapping into that kidney meridian right now. And I want you to go ahead and just bring your palms to your lower back, right where the kidneys are stored. They're stored right in here. They rest along with the adrenal glands. And we're just going to take a pause and just send a little energy into that the kidney organs. We're building the immune system here today, and we're opening up our lungs. So as you breathe, see if you can feel those ribs that attach to your spine. Feel the ribs expand. And we can always give that a little tap, 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 tap. Tap it and tap your lower back, especially if you have low back pain. Low back pain is often a sign of a kidney, what we call kidney deficiency. Doesn't mean your kidney organs are not working properly. It just means that you have stagnant qi. So little simple things like this help to open up the qi. I like to work with the spirals because our joints have a sporilic action to them, and we don't always move our body in a sporilic way, but all of martial art is spirals. So there is no right or wrong here. The beauty of this is just finding the movement and circulation in your upper body. Good. And then for some movement in our lower body, we're just going to move from one side to the other. Just a little stretch out of these hip flexor muscles right through here. Good. And depending upon your comfort and your flexibility, you might just take a little pause right here. And then we can take a little pause on the other side. And then back to here. And to the right. And then let's just let the arms sweep the floor. Palms sweep the floor. That's it. Again, be aware of your body in space. And then we can inhale up and exhale. Swing left, swing right, swing left, swing right. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up. Inhale up. right there. And just observe how that simple movement created some chi in your body. Good. On the next breath, we're going to let the arms rise. We're going to have the fingers pointing towards each other. And we're going to do a little turn. Just a gentle turn to the right. Bringing it back to center. Exhale to the left. And being aware of not taking it to your maximum twist on the first view. We'll get there. Your elbows are soft, your shoulders are relaxed. Your feet are rooted. And now on this third time, take it to a maximum twist and let's just pause right there. Breathe. We're squeezing the kidney on that right side. And inhale back to center, all the way to the other side. And again, squeeze. And on the next breath, you can inhale back to center. Let your arms relax. Inhale up. Exhale down. Give it a shh sound. Shh. Be aware of your back in this posture. Keeping the spine long, but if you're comfortable, taking it all the way to the floor. That's an option. Again, we sweep the floor. It's called waterfall. This time we're just going to stop at the Dantian again. From here, we're moving into flowering rose. We're going to bring the backs of the hands together. On the inhale, gliding up to the heart center, we offer outward. We inhale, bringing that into our heart, up to the heavens, and send a sparkling light around our body, protecting our Wei Qi, which is our immune system. Inhale up to the heart. Imagine you're offering and receiving simultaneously. Inhaling up and exhale, waterfall. And imagine those little drops of waterfalls are moving all around, 360 degrees around your body. Inhaling up, offering, bringing it back, and exhale. One more. And tap, tap again. You can tap anytime you feel fatigue in your legs or your arms. The legs are keeping us upright, so especially the quadriceps and the inner hip. So This is a short practice that we're doing today, just kind of an intro to Qigong, welcoming you to come and join me live someday, but this is the meditation. We're going to step the feet out. Horse stance is the meditation stance. And really Qigong as a practice is more of a meditation than a movement practice. We're going to ground in, feeding that sea of qi that's moving upward to the organs. We want to come up to the liver, which is on your right side, just under your rib cage. And we'll do a little circle, a little clockwise circle to build liver qi. You can also massage the liver if you like by taking your fingers and kind of bending forward and kind of going underneath the rib cage just to massage the liver. The liver processes all of the toxins that go into our body, and on an emotional level, the liver relates to anger. So we can release our anger by soothing our liver qi. And what is the thing that the liver, what is the sound that connects to the liver? It's ha, 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 The liver likes to laugh. So you can laugh as much as you want with your liver and just feel it. Fake it till you make it with the liver qi. And then we move over to our left side, which is our spleen and stomach. It's the earth element. We're just going to send little circles of light and energy to the spleen and the stomach. Yeah. Just find the sound of There's a very soothing reason why the hum or the yum sound, hum sound, yum sound, sound. It vibrates, sends a little message to all of the internal organs via the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve that travels from the brain, and it travels over the vocal cords and to every internal organ. And so that's why in yoga we but you can also just find your internal hum. Good. So we've treated our kidneys, our liver, our spleen and stomach, our digestive system, both small intestine and large intestine. Lung, we tapped out our lungs, but we'll tap out the lungs a little bit more, and that's just a simple You can do it with or without sound, but I love sound because sound is so powerful because it releases the emotions that are stuck in our muscles, and that's why there's a lot of sound in martial arts. But the true martial art, true reason why we practice martial art is this right here. Instantaneous relaxation, meditation. And you can practice this at home, starting with 5 minutes, maybe 10, 15. My teacher says 4 hours. Don't think I've made it there yet. But you're just sending qi from your dantian, from this sea of qi, to every organ in your body, to all the cells. The cells are vibrating. They're pulsating with that electromagnetic frequency that we call qi. So thank you all for your presence today, and I look forward to